This is the back of the first digital card I ever designed. Since around the age of 11, I've been working on a card game. That game was called X, and I made it in middle school. And if any of you HTCG listeners are watching, it was basically just a ripoff of Adventure Realms. I've been working on this card game for a long time now, even though I haven't really been posting videos about it on my YouTube channel, because I often work in small bursts where I get a lot done and then I take a very long break for several months to even years. However, I am finally pleased to announce that I will be releasing content and videos on the cards. However, I have made a lot of changes to the cards, which was why I said that I didn't want to talk a ton about the rules in my introduction video. So there are definitely some differences with these new set of cards. So I'm excited to finally talk about the rules. I'm going to talk about the changes first and then go over all of what the card game is about. So, notably, in my introduction video, I stated that there were three types of leader cards. There were rulers, gods, and heroes. And the game has been simplified now, where all you have outside starting your deck is a hero card. The whole game is built around you building your deck around this specific hero card that is basically acts as a creature. Another change is that there are no more energy cards. This was something that I thought would be good for the game, considering that the old way that levels used to work was kind of confusing, but I have come up with a new system that I think is even better. So, a lot of you probably hearing all that didn't even really understand what I was talking about. And that's okay. If you go back and watch that old video, I just didn't want anyone to be confused. So that's what that was for. However, let's jump into what the actual cards do. So today, for the first time ever, I'm going to be showing off some exclusive first look at the new template and card design for these cards. So let's get right straight into it. You can see right here that this is a creature card, and this is a Flame Ghoul, which has been redesigned immensely since it was previously drawn. You can see there are two stats, strength and health. I'm not sure the exact naming for everything right now, so bear in mind that some of the names might change, but overall the idea for the cards are pretty set in stone. Up next we have Earth Machine, and now this is where I'm going to talk about the different other attributes of a creature. So every single card in the game has a level, and that level determines how much that card costs to play. At the beginning of the game you start at level 1, and when you end your turn you gain a level, and you can spend those levels to cast cards. Assuming no other effects gained you any levels, you would have to play Earth Machine here on turn 2. Now, this is an important part of the game. Creatures can attack other creatures, and they can also attack players directly. The primary way you're going to win the game is usually creatures. Your hero is counted as a creature, and the hero that you build your deck around determines not only what cards you want in your deck, but they also determine which cards you must have in your deck. Now, it'll say somewhere in the text, I'm still working on hero cards, but I do have an example for you. This is a very rough example of what a hero creature looks like, but you can see that it has the hero watermark, and it has the same template as a creature would. And no, just so you know, that creature will not be in the game. It is just an example. The main thing I am still working out with heroes is whether or not to do them monotype or multi-type, and basically just how to word having multiple types in the game, because I think it'll be really unbeneficial for the game if, for example, let's say you could only have fire cards in your deck if you wanted to play a fire hero or something like that. The next type of card is a spell card, and there are 3 different types of spells. There are normal spells, cantrips, and permanent/lingering spells. I haven't figured out the name of it yet, but the idea is it's a spell that you play that stays on the field. Normal spells have a single use effect that once you play them, they go to the graveyard, and cantrip spells are the same thing except they can be played on your opponent's turn. Much like instant spells in Magic the Gathering or quick play spells in Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, winding things down, we have item cards. Now you can see this card is a legendary item, which means that it is the rarest rarity in the game. Now this is a fire item equip, which basically means item cards are very similar to permanent spells, except for a few minor differences in the way that they interact with other cards. They are the same thing, except some cards will prefer items, whereas some cards will want spells. An equip card can be attached to a creature to give bonuses stats, usually. I don't see myself adding any other card types. Here are the 4 shown. Unless something in playtesting required it, these are probably most likely going to be the 4 main card types you'll be seeing in this game. The main way you play is you're going to build around that hero card, you're going to build a deck, you're going to have a lot of fun, and you're going to be playing with 4 players. And the idea of this card game is simple, casual to its nature. You know, it's not trying to be the most competitive card game out there. It is just enjoying spending time with your friends and having fun doing it. Stay tuned at the end. I have a little teaser for you, but let me know what you thought. Let me know if you think I should make the game a bit more complex. My idea for it was that I knew I wanted to make it simple again, so that it appealed to a wide audience, but maybe that's a mistake, and maybe I should go for a more niche, complex card game. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will leave you with this teaser for the EX creature for the Mystic element. There are another 2 types of cards I didn't talk about, Legends and EX cards. They're basically the same thing, except they require you to have a hero. So not necessarily your hero, because if you put more heroes in your deck, which you are allowed to do, or you control somebody else's hero, you can still cast them, but you can cast them for free for 0 levels. But you can only cast 1 a turn. Legend and EX both count as legendary spells, and EX cards, once they are played, they end your turn. So they are very powerful, but you do not get to use them right away because they do in fact end your turn. So I will leave you with the Mystic EX card teaser. It doesn't have any art, it only shows you what it does, but it is quite powerful. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below, feel free to subscribe, like it if you liked it, don't like it if you didn't like it. But yeah, that's all I have for you. Sean from Planet Exatris, out.